Hello everyone and welcome to Kundalini Now with Mona Kelly. Today we're going to feel good with the folding and unfolding of the energy. Why? Because this kriya is said to gently stimulate our vagus nerve, which is our body's major parasympathetic nerve. And our parasympathetic system is our chill and relax system. If you want to know more about the vagus nerve, which is quite fascinating, I will put a link below with additional information. You will need for this kriya a block or a pillow with a firm surface to sit on. If you don't have any of those, you can always grab a large towel that you can fold. I also recommend that you grab a paperback book to put under your head during relaxation, as well as a blanket to keep you warm. And if you have a bolster, which is a big round pillow to put under your knees so that your lower back have the room to really relax and expand onto the floor, that would be ideal. And if you don't have one, you can always roll that towel and put it under your knees, but we'll get back to that when we'll be at the relaxation. In the meantime, let's come in a seated position to get started. In a seated position, let's tune in. Before we do so, I'd like you to sit comfortably with your legs cross-legged in front of you. Taking a deep inhale, exhale, allowing all the tension to cascade down from the crown of your head, through your face, neck, shoulders, lower back, hips, bottom, into the ground through your support, which is the pillow you're sitting on or the block, allowing the earth to support you in return. I always give commands to my body to release any excess tension, or I choose not to tighten anywhere. So you can either say, I choose not to tighten anywhere, or I choose to release any excess tension. And observe your body's reaction to this. Bringing your hands by your side, letting go of your knees if this is where they were. Bring the right shoulder to your right ear, rolling it back and release down. Left shoulder up, rolling it back, release down. That's a nice way to gently and naturally open up the chest, bringing your hands back onto your knees. Taking another inhale, exhale. Bringing the palms of your hands together in front of your heart center, rubbing those hands, creating some heat. We're going to start by tuning in with the Adi mantra, which we will repeat 3 times. The Adi mantra is Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Inhale, exhale first. Inhale to begin. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Inhale, suspend the breath. Apply a gentle root lock, focusing at the third eye. Exhale, release. Release the hands down. Taking a deep inhale, exhale again. allowing any tension to melt down into the floor. Open your eyes when ready. The first exercise of this kriya is down in a standing position, so we're going to come up on our feet. Standing position. You can move your feet slightly wider from your, slightly wider than your hip. Anchoring yourself down into the ground. So before we even start, a little bit like what we did when we were sitting, take a deep inhale, exhale, release any tension, any muscular tension into the ground through your legs, ankles, heels. The ball of your feet may want to expand and widen, which is totally okay. I choose not to tighten anywhere, or I choose to let go of any excess tension, giving that command to your body, allowing the back of the knee to soften. So you don't have to lock your knees for this next exercise. Bringing the right shoulder to your right ear, rolling it back, dropping it down. Your elbow may bend or may not as a consequence. Nice. Now bringing your hands in front of your chest, palms together in a prayer position. The first exercise, we're going to open our arms out to the side and then bringing it back to the center. Okay? So imagine you're gently pushing a wall on each side of your body. And bring the arms out and in. We are in a standing position, so I will let you decide whether you want to close your eyes or not. It's not always easy to have our eyes closed when we're in a standing position, but if you have the balance, feel free to do so. If not, just keep your eyes open. Now there is no breath indication for this exercise, so let your breath adjust. Naturally. Now keep on going. This time, gently bring the navel in as you bring your hands together. So it's a gentle pull of the navel towards the spine as your hands touch in front of your heart center. We've got 1 more minute. Inhale to center. Exhale, release. Good. You can shake it off. All right, moving on to the next exercise. Still in the standing position. We're going to bring our arms out to the side and lift them there. And instead of pushing that wall, we're actually going to paint that wall on each side of our bodies. You can open your feet a little wider if necessary. Your hands are flexed, and once again, the breath is up to you. It will adjust to the movement. And it's a 3.5 minute exercise. As usual, if you feel like you're building any tension in your body, in your shoulders, you can drop your arms down. Resume when you're ready, or imagine your arms up instead. Thirty more seconds. Keep breathing, keep moving, keep releasing any tension you may hold into the ground through your ankles and feet. Inhale to center. Exhale. Release the arms down. Shake it if need be. Now let's move on to the next exercise, which is a squat. So before we even get started on the squat, let me remind you of a couple of things. The first thing is that I did a specific tutorial on squatting, the most efficient way to squat, so that you actually enjoy it and don't get yourself hurt. You can check this video either now, but I would recommend you check it after if you haven't done so already. So I'm going to recap very briefly the key components to nicely done efficient squat. So the first thing I'd like you to do is to think of your hip joints, and your hip joints are the joints where the legs and torso meet, and it's on each side of the pubic bone. Okay, so it's really in the front. It's not the hip bones. It's not here. It's here. So I'd like you to use your thumbs and put your thumbs right at the hip joints, right here on each side of your pubic bone. Now, it's important when we squat to allow a release at those hip joints. And when I say release, I mean softening, okay? Softening at the hip joints. The other joints, we always release joints from joint to joint in the Alexander technique. So hip joints is softening, the back of the knee is softening, and the front of the ankle is softening as well, okay? So we're going to do a 3-minute squat. So please think about releasing or softening at the hip joints, back of the knee, front of the ankle. It's okay if your knees are coming past your toes. It's okay if your heels are coming off the ground. If you really don't want your heels to come off the ground, you can always roll a towel and put it under your heels to use as a wedge. Okay, now very briefly, we're going to go down for 8 counts and up for 1 count. Let me demonstrate real quick. Softening at the hip joints, back of the knee, front of the ankle. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1. All right? Okay, we're going to go for 8 counts. Arms in front of you. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and up. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and up.
As you squat,
1,
remember to use the ground as your
3,
support on the way
4,
up, but also
5,
on the way down.
6, 7,
Also keep
8,
in mind that the release or
and
softening
1,
at the hip
2,
joints, back of the
3,
knees, and front of
4,
the ankles
5,
can be used
6,
anytime you squat,
7,
whether you are
8,
on an exercise
up,
mat
and
or when
1,
sitting on a chair,
2,
for example.
3, 4,
As a natural
5,
consequence of this
6,
release or softening,
7,
notice
8,
your back expanding
up,
in length and
and
width,
1, 2,
and your head expanding
3,
away from your sit
4,
bones and your sit
5,
bones away from your
6,
head,
7,
keeping the head,
8,
neck, and
up,
torso
and
in
1,
alignment.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and up, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, up, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and up, halfway through, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, up, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, up, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, up, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, up, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and up, and down, 30 more seconds, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, up, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and up, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, up, and last one, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, up. Whew. Okay, release your arms and legs, shake it off. Okay, next exercise, I'm going to demonstrate from the side. We're going to interlace our fingers and then bring them back to the sky and back to parallel to the ground. Now, I'd like you to think of moving from your support, so moving from the ground through your feet. Okay, so we are arching from the ground all the way up. Also, I'd like you to think of moving your arms from your armpit, not from your shoulders, not from your neck, not from your back. The armpits are a joint. So interlace your fingers, and as you bring your arms up, parallel to the ground, feel like you're moving from your armpit. Now, inhale as you come back, still moving from your armpit, and imagine you have a string at the top of your fist that is pulling you up. Okay, so that's an inhale, arching from your support, from the ground, through your feet. And back to center. And inhale, center. Your knees may bend, that's totally okay. Beautiful arch from the ground up. Fifteen more seconds. Last one. And release your arms down. We're going to be standing again. Bringing your arms out to the side. Think again of moving from your armpit. And imagine you have strings at the tip of your fingers that is pulling your arms up. And we're going to fly away. You can close your eyes if you should choose to. Moving from your armpits and allowing any muscular tension to cascade down into the ground, through your legs, ankles and feet. Grounding yourself, allowing the ground to support you in return. Inhale, exhale, release. We're going to do the exact same exercise, but this time we're going to bring our thumb at the base of our little finger. Thumb at the base of the little finger, okay, on each side. And we're just going to continue this movement. Don't forget to breathe. Allowing the shoulders to release down. Towards the ground. Closing your eyes if you wish to do so. Thirty more seconds. Inhale. Exhale, release. Good. This was the last standing exercise. Now let's come into a seated position. So back in a seated position on your block or a pillow or blanket, we're going to do the first meditation of this kriya, and it's 2.5 minutes. And you're going to have your arms up. So that's good that it's only 2.5 minutes. I'll go back to the arms later. But first, this is going to be done with your eyes closed, and we will silently repeat a mantra. And the mantra that I chose for today is Satnam. So you will mentally repeat Satnam, and as you do so, you're going to pull the navel in gently and imagine the mantra spiraling up all the way to your third eye. Okay? So it's Satnam and spiraling up third eye. All done silently and with your mind's eyes. So closing your eyes. Your arms, like I said earlier, will be up in the air. The palms are neither facing forward nor down. They're in between, like they're cutting through some wind. Okay? Good. Now before we get started, let's reset in a seated position, so you're cross-legged. Taking a deep inhale, exhale. Once again, choosing to release any excess tension down into the ground, from the crown of the head, through the face, shoulders, back, hips, sit bones, into your support, which is where you're sitting on, and onto the ground, most importantly. Bring your arms by your side, lift the right shoulder up to your ear, rotate it back, and left, up, back, and down. Good. From this position, bringing your arms up, think of moving from your armpit, and imagine strings at the tip of your fingers, bringing your arms up. The palms are neither down or forward, but they're halfway through. Repeating silently the Satnam mantra. Pulling your navel in ever so gently as you do so, and imagining that mantra spiraling up your spine to your third eye. Two and a half minutes. As usual, if you feel like you're bringing any tension onto your shoulders or any part of your body, you can always release your arms down. If you don't feel any tension, keep on going. Inhale, suspend the breath. Apply a gentle root lock. Exhale, release the arms down. Take a deep inhale and exhale. You can open your eyes. Good. We're having a second meditation. This one of 8 minutes. But we won't have our arms in the air. Okay? We actually have 3 arms position. The first arm position is palms together in front of your heart center. Second arm position is you can grab the your forearm right under the elbows, and you can have your arms either lying down so your forearm by your belly, or you can challenge yourself a little bit and put your arms parallel to the ground, okay, in that same grip position. So you're really gripping the forearm under your elbows if it's available to you. And we're going to repeat the mantra Sat Nam again. This time we're going to do it out loud. Sat is going to be about 8 count, and Nam is going to be a very short count. So I'm going to have my arms in this position. So right by my belly. Taking a deep inhale and exhale, allowing any excess tension to release down into the ground. So we're going to do Sat, a long Sat, about 8 count, and 1 short Nam. I'll start, and you can join me when you're ready. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Satnam. 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 Inhale, suspend the breath. Apply a gentle root lock. Focus at the third eye. Exhale, release. Nice. Next exercise of this kriya. We're going to use the Satnam mantra again. This time, however, it's going to be more active. We're going to bring our hands together in front of your heart on the Sat and open out on the Nam. So it goes Sat, Nam, 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 Sat, Nam. Inhale, center. Apply a gentle root lock, focusing at the third eye, suspending the breath. Exhale, release. Take a deep inhale, exhale. You can open your eyes and we are all done. Last part is the relaxation for about 7 minutes. So you can go ahead and lie down, grab a paperback book that you can put under your head, not too thin, not too thick. It's just to keep a nice head, torso alignment. Also roll your towel into a bolster if you don't have any, and grab your blanket as well. Relaxation. Lexi stole my spot. Where am I going to go? Lexi, you know you're not supposed to be there. Okay, trying to accommodate my dog. And relaxation. So, like I said, I'm going to go for 7 minutes. If you have a bolster, put it under your knees. If you don't, and you have a towel instead, you can roll it. Grabbing a paperback book to put under your head. When I say under your head, it's really under the higher part of the head. In other words, you want to be able to slide your hands under your neck. Okay, so you want to keep some space between. Sorry. So you want to keep some space under your neck, so that your neck has the opportunity to expand if if it needs to. Bringing your arms out by your side. Your bolster or your towel, your rolled towel under your knees. Allowing your back to fully release into the ground. Same with the shoulders. Allowing any tension to release through your support. Any part of your body that is touching the ground can release any muscular tension through your heels, lower back, upper back, shoulders, head, arms and hands. Allowing the ground to support you in return. Deep inhale, exhale. Taking a deep inhale. Exhale. Start to wiggle your toes and fingers. Rotating the ankles and wrists in one direction. And switch direction. Bringing your arms overhead if it's available to you. Or stretch. Bringing the right knee into the chest. Dropping it to the left side, looking right, or a cat stretch. So with this girl, we should call it a dog stretch. Back to center, switch legs. Left knee into the chest, to the right as you look left. Back to center, bringing your feet together, sole of your feet together, palms of your hands together, rub them, stimulating all the nerve endings at these locations, and creating a little heat. Bringing both knees into the chest. Drop both knees to one side. Using the ground to come back into a seated position. We're going to finish with a long Satnam. Okay. There you go. Not hurting anyone. All right. Sitting position. Legs crossed in front of you. Bringing your hands together. Palms together. In front of the heart center. Taking a deep inhale, exhale. Inhale. Inhale, exhale, release your hands down. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this kriya. If you did, please like it, share it with your friends and family, and subscribe to Kundalini Now channel. Have a wonderful week.